What's up, Jets fans? It's Christian from the Jets Report, and today I'm going to be coming at you guys with my third free agent player profile, where today I'm going to be discussing Richard Sherman, cornerback, most recently a member of the San Francisco 49ers. Richard Sherman, at 32 years old, stands at 6'3", 205 pounds, and was taken in the 5th round in the 2011 NFL Draft out of Stanford. In 2020, he only played 5 games. Like much of the 49ers defense, he was injured with a calf strain, but in those 5 games, he posted 14 solo tackles, 1 interception, and allowed 8 receptions on 14 targets. And on the screen, you could see his Pro Football Focus grades in the last 3 years. So in 2018, he graded out as a 68.8. In 2019, he graded out as an 88.9. And in 2020, he graded out as a 67.7. Now, I want to talk about Richard Sherman's value in a bunch of different ways. To start off, I want to talk about his value off the field, in the locker room, and kind of like as a mentor. Richard Sherman has excelled in a 3-4 cover system his whole career, whether he was with Seattle and Pete Carroll or in San Francisco at Robert Saleh. He's built a Hall of Fame career, he's been a Super Bowl champion, and he's posted insane numbers, especially looking back to 2014, where some people even thought his career trajectory could go the same as Darrelle Revis. Now, I don't think it did, but that's a conversation for another day. But all said and done, he's had a great career, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer. So in this cover 3-4 system, he's played that outside cornerback role where he's been big, physical, and I feel like he knows the system like the back of his hand, which would be so valuable if we brought him in, because he could help transition the young guys and kind of get the young guys like Bryce Hall and Bless Austin acclimated to this 3-4 system that Robert Saleh will be bringing in. And Richard Sherman brings this edge, this fire, this willing to go all out on every play every Sunday that someone like Robert Saleh and the young players on the Jets would value and benefit from. And I feel like he's the type of guy to get the guys riled up in the locker room, someone who could be an emotional leader, and we definitely need that on this team. We're trying to establish a new culture, and I feel like Richard Sherman is the ultimate culture changer at the cornerback position. So I feel like the Jets would bring him in for a couple of years because he is 32, so he's definitely up there in age, and he did say that he wanted to play 2 more years about. That's the rumor going around on Twitter and the NFL world, where Richard Sherman wants to sign a 2-year contract and ride out the rest of his career. And I still think on the field, Richard Sherman can be a serviceable cornerback 1, cornerback 2, where if he's starting on the outside for your team, I wouldn't be too worried. You know what you're getting with Richard Sherman. He hasn't had too many major injuries besides being out last year with the calf injury. And I feel like signing him to a 2-year deal with the Jets hopefully should do. It's kind of like a low-risk move. You're not really tying yourself to that big of money for that long of a time. And I feel like this should be an absolute home run hire for the Jets. Now, looking at the price range, I'm trying to sign Richard Sherman for about 2 years, obviously, in the $9 to $13 million range. Now, I know $9 million, I don't think it's going to cut it. I think he's going to try to go for the $12 to $13 million at the end of the day. So I could see the Jets bringing him for like 2 years, $25 million, 2 years, $24 million. And I would totally be happy with that, and I would totally be ecstatic with that with that signing. So where he fits on the roster, I would definitely like to have Richard Sherman being our cornerback 1 as of now, and I'm totally comfortable lining up Bryce Hall opposite side of him as our cornerback 2 and let Bryce Hall develop, and maybe he could learn from Richard Sherman to ultimately become that 5th round cornerback 1 steal that Richard Sherman actually once was back in 2011. And I'm hoping to bring back Brian Poole, which I've said in my previous videos, to run Brian Poole at slot. So our starting 3 corners, if we do sign Richard Sherman, I'm predicting it'll be Richard Sherman, Bryce Hall, and Brian Poole. And then we'll still have key depth pieces like Bless Austin, Javelin Guidry, and I'm sure we'll address the cornerback position in the draft. So let me know your thoughts on this Richard Sherman signing, whether you'll like it, whether you don't like it. Personally, I think this is the signing that the Jets absolutely have to go for on the defensive side of the ball. I think it should be the first priority on defense, because you bring a guy like Richard Sherman, he'll also like try to recruit players. I could see him bringing in some more 49ers defensive backs, and people just love playing with Sherman as a teammate, and I would be super excited if the Jets bring him in. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and as always, go Jets.